different headers for different parts of the Word document. With Microsoft Word, you can create different headers and footers for different sections of your document. This feature is useful when you want to include specific information such as a section title or page number in the header or the footer of only one section of your document. Instead, going into the theory, let me open the Word document. You will get to know what I'm talking. Before going anything, let me explain you one function of Word document. You may be surprising when I start writing the function in the Word. Do you think in the Word document formulas work? Absolutely. There are a couple of functions which work in the Word document. One of the important function is a RAND. In Excel, we have two different functions with the name called RAND. One is RAND, the other one is RAND between. In Microsoft Excel, RAND give you any decimal between 0 to 1, some random value between 0 to 1. RAND between will give you a random number between the numbers you select, which is a starting number and the end number. But in Microsoft Word document, how this formula work? Now, what I'll be doing, I'll just put a RAND function. I'll just give open bracket, close bracket. I'll just click enter. It is going to give me 5 paragraphs on which I can start practicing. Otherwise, what I'll do, I'll simply put RAND as an argument. I'll put 1. If I put RAND 1, it's going to give me 1 paragraph. Don't start reading the paragraph. This is a very standard paragraph. Video provides a powerful way to help you prove your point and so on. It's a very generic content. For example, if I want to make my content bigger, what I'll do, I'll put RAND, I'll put 100. So you know how many paragraphs will appear randomly? 100 paragraphs. Once I enter, you can observe here the page numbers. As of now, it is 1 of 1. This will get updated. It is taking little time to update the page numbers. Let me go to the home. This gonna be the second page, third page, and a lot of pages, almost like 5 pages are there, right? Now the question is, let's look into the case study. The case study is different headers for different parts of the document. Now what I wanted here, now here, look at here, this got updated. There are 9 pages. I'm at the first page. I'm sure you all aware a concept called header. Header is very important to give a standard title for every page. Like if this is a financial documents or financial statements document, I'll just double click on the header. I can start writing here financial statements for financial year 2020 to 23. I can just put this in the bold, italic, do whatever you want. I can just make this font size a little bigger. Whenever you double click outside, this header gets locked and you can see the regular content. But since I double click in the header, I kept in the first page. Now when I go a little down, the same header appears in all the pages, all the 9 pages. But now what I'm going to do, let me put this as annual report 2023. In the annual report, what I want is, this is nothing but the director's report, right? Let me double click. This director's report, along with the annual report 2023, comes into every page. But let me tell you, director's report is only there in the first 2 pages. But from the 3rd page, this is going to be the financial statements. But if I want to make 3rd page onwards the financial statement, what I need to do? If I directly go to the 3rd page, when I double click this, when I change this as a financial statements, okay, if I double click, you know what will happen? It got updated from the 3rd page, all the financial statements. But do you think in the 1st and 2nd page also got updated financial statements? Absolutely yes. Even if you change in any of the page, the header, the same header will update everywhere. Even if you type something as a constant in any of the footer will be there in every page of your Word document. Now, in this case, first 2 pages, I want the director's report. From third page, it should be the financial statements. So what I need to do? Very simple, very simple. Because from the third page, I want the header, right? From the third page, I want a different header, right? What I'll be doing, I'll go to the end of the second page. I keep my cursor at the end of the second page. If you observe, this is the second page. If I keep my cursor here, this is the third page. You can see the page number. Let me keep the cursor here. This is the second page. I'll go to the layout. Are you finding, one second. Yeah, I'll go to the layout. I'm sure you can find an option here. I can break as a section. Just go here as the breaks. You can find an option here, section break. There is a page break. There is a section break. If you look into the Word document at the top level, it's a Word document application we call. It is a document. A document can have n number of sections. A section can have n number of pages. Okay, now what I'll be doing, I'll just click next page. So what is the meaning of it? Insert a section break and start the new section on the next page. Let me click this. As if nothing happened, but it has just given, it has taken to the next page. No problem, because this is an extra line, and let me delete it by clicking delete, so that my next line will come to the first line. Nothing happened, but if you double click here, earlier I did not find this section 2 and section 1. Earlier, I found it as a footer and header, that's all. Because earlier the entire document was one section. Now, because I made it as a different section, whenever I double click, it is giving as a section 1 and it is giving as a section 2. And whenever you double click the header, an extra contextual tab is appearing on the top called header and footer, right? Before me going further, I request the participants, whoever watching YouTube live, please confirm whether the screen is properly visible and the voice is clear. Voice is clearly audible. Please confirm in the chat box. I request members to confirm, at least one member, one participant, so that I'll get to know this is perfectly working. Whoever watching online, request you. I'm sure I can also see this. Please put in the chat box a message. Everything is fine. The Word document as well as, the screen as well as my audio is clear. Sabari madam, thank you so much. Thank you. If you are saying confirmation, I'm done. Let's go ahead. So now what I'll be doing, whenever you double click this header, there is a extra contextual tab. By default, this is linked to the previous, because though it is a next section, by default, this header is linked to the previous header. Now I have to break this link. Now let me click this so that link to previous got disabled. Now let this be financial statements. There is no problem. But the thing which I need to change is in the first page. Once I double click, it is not linked to the previous. Now let me put this as a director's report. Right? Double click this. Now, if you observe carefully, director's report will come into the second page also. This is the second page. Let's go to the third page. You are not finding the director's reports. It is the financial statement. From the third page, it is the financial statements, right? A very simple way. Now, the last page, I want to keep it as the notes to the accounts. Now you can tell very easily what I need to do. Keep the cursor before the last page, go to the layout, click breaks, click next page, section break, double click here, double click in the header. I don't want to link to the previous section. Now I want to just change it to the notes to the accounts. Once I double click out, now this document is having 3 different headers. The first header is the director's report. Second page, it continues from the third page till the 8th page, financial statements. The last page is nothing but notes to the accounts.